So I like to say PTS, post-traumatic stress, because to me it's not a disorder. To me it's just who I am now. The weed was the catalyst that got me to where I am now. It was after my time in Iraq that I started to feel the weight of what was going on. It was about 6 months after I got back. I stopped taking care of myself. I was having really bad anxiety. It got really bad. I was super hyper vigilant. If I went to a restaurant, I'd have to sit facing the door so I knew what was coming in, what was going out. I wasn't leaving my house. Like I got to a point where I stopped going to work because I couldn't leave the house. It was a fear. It was like this fear that was within me that I didn't really understand where it came from. It was just there. And I was diagnosed with a personality disorder not otherwise specified. I found out later was what they were diagnosing people with who were later diagnosed with PTSD. After that diagnosis, it was pretty much the end of my career. I was medically discharged and out within a few weeks. The Navy doctors are who diagnosed me with a personality disorder. As soon as I went to the VA, they said, no, this is PTSD. They rated me for PTSD, diagnosed me with PTSD, and that was the end of that. So the first line of defense for PTSD with the VA is pills. Over a period of 5 years, they put me on 40 different types of medication. You know, I was on all kinds of antidepressants, all kinds of anti-anxiety drugs. I was on pain meds. The pills didn't work for me. I literally, when I say I sat on my couch and drooled on myself, that's what I did. Sat on my couch, hated my life, drooled on myself, and felt sorry for myself. I was watching the National Geographic channel. It was a special about veterans with PTSD using cannabis as an alternative. So that day I called up my friend, asked her to get me some weed, and we sat in my living room and smoked a joint, and I laughed, and I smiled, and I felt good. That was the turning point in my life. 2 weeks went by and I became a weed activist and made cannabis my purpose in life. While those pills help you not feel anything, that's not the case with marijuana. Cannabis is that thing that kind of makes you think, and it makes you a little bit introspective. You have all this huge purpose in the military, or so you think you have this huge purpose in the military. I lost that when I got out of the Marine Corps. Getting into a cannabis community it really helped me out a lot. It helped me realize I was part of something bigger than myself, and that's what I've wanted. That's what I've been looking for. I mean, I think the most important thing about PTSD, especially with vets, because we have this masculinity complex, right? Swallow your pride and talk to somebody, because that's the first step in getting better. And I'm living proof of that. You know, I can't say that I'm healed at all, because I still have some times where I have a hard time, but I'm better. And getting into therapy and talking about my problems and just really connecting with other human beings, it's invaluable. And I still have it, but I am not, it doesn't rule my life anymore. Yeah, I smoke weed every day.